Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Play and Learn at Home. My name is Jeremy Newton. I'm a lead instructor here at UBC. I'll be working with you guys today through a half-an-hour session of hand-eye and coordination games, and also some just basic baseball foundational movements. I'll be going through a batting stance, I'll be going through a fielding position, and I'll be going through some pitching drills that you can use with a towel. So the equipment you're going to need today is a pair of socks. I got 2 pairs of socks, so if you can find 2 pairs of adult socks. If you're using kid socks, it might be a little bit small, so if you can find some adult socks from parent or guardian, that might be a little bit easier. So I just got 2 pairs of adult ankle socks that I'm going to just show you in a second how to put together to kind of build some sock balls that you can use to do some hand-eye games. Okay, so if you join me on the ground, I'm going to show you guys some quick drills you can do. Okay. So I have my 2 socks out of the pair. I'm going to take my first sock and I'm just going to fold it lengthwise in half, just like I did there. So if I have my length, I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half again. Okay, and then one more time lengthwise. I'm going to hold it again. Okay, so there's my one half. I'm going to take my other sock that's not folded. I'm going to put this scrunched up sock all the way down into the end of the sock. So I've kept my hand in there. Okay, what I'm going to spread it out with my hand in there. I'm going to twist, get a little tight, and then I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to twist, put my hand in, twist, get a little more down there, twist, and then fold over again. So it's just a nice tight sock ball. Okay, just like that. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. So we're going to grab one more sock. One more pair of socks. Again. Okay, so I'll take one, fold it in half, fold it in half again, lengthwise. Then I'm going to fold it one more time together. Put it down in my other sock, all the way to the end. There you go. So it's at the end of the sock. Okay, I'm going to get my hand, put it back in the sock, spread it out so I can just feel the end of it. I'm going to twist. And then fold it over. Make sure it's at the bottom. One more time, I'm going to twist. Get a little better. Twist. And one more time. Okay. So I got my 2 sock balls. Okay, so for those that are using just one, or if you actually have a baseball in hand, okay, you can do the single-armed hand-eye drills. Let me just do this again one time. You can do the single arm drills with a baseball, but for anything I'm showing before or later, I'm going to just be like, okay, don't use a baseball for this. There could be a chance that you might hit the baseball if you just kind of miss it. So some of these drills can get a little bit challenging. So I prefer you guys for these just using the sock right now. Okay. If you do have time to go grab some socks or grab another pair of socks, that'd be great. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, I'm just sitting down on the ground like this, super easy. I'm just going to do one-handed. So I'm going to do just catch or throw and catch, just one hand. So maybe I'm going to start with my right hand. I'm a right-handed thrower, so we're just going to start with my right. So I'm just going to throw this up and catch, up and catch. I'm making sure that I'm following this with my eyes. Right, in baseball, we want to follow that ball with our eyes as much as we can. We want our primary focus to be on the ball. So when I'm throwing this up, I'm following that ball all the way into my hand. And I want to make sure that I'm catching this ball just like I'm trying to catch an egg, right? If I'm trying to catch an egg, I don't want to break in my hand. I'm trying to catch it softly. I'm still trying to catch it with a little bit of intent. So I'm trying to stick my catch, but I'm trying to softly catch this sock. Follow my eyes, soft. Follow my eyes, soft. Okay, now I'll move on to my left hand. Follow my eyes, soft catch. Follow my eyes, soft catch. Up and down, up and down. Okay, now we're adding a little more challenge to it, so I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to go right hand to left hand. Right hand to left hand. Follow my eyes, stick the catch. Follow my eyes, stick the catch. Okay, one more time. Okay, now I'm going to go left to right. Catch. Nice and soft. Right, especially with a sock, it's going to have the tendency to kind of bounce out of your hand. Right, if you find that it's bouncing out of your hand like that, and you're not softly catching that ball, right? It's probably because you're being a little more aggressive to it and you're trying to attack it instead of letting it almost feel like it's hitting your hand and then closing around it. So I'll go up. Okay. A little more challenge, we're going to speed up a little bit. Just like if I was catching a ball and I want to catch that ball and transfer it to my throwing hand, I'm just going to do quick transfer. So all I'm doing, back and forth, quickly to each hand, following the ball with my eyes, catching it slowly, right? But I have some intent behind it where I'm still sticking that catch, but it's soft, like I'm catching an egg. Back and forth. Okay, so this is the time if you have another softball that you've made, or even baseball in hand, okay, you can do some drills just like this. So the first one I'm gonna do, I got one in each hand, I'm gonna throw them both at the same time, and I'm gonna try to catch them both at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna go up, catch as they go down. Up, catch all the way down. Up, catch. Up, catch. Okay, now moving on, I'm gonna make it a little more difficult. I'm gonna throw them across each other. Okay, so if I'm throwing this with my right hand, I'm gonna try to throw it up and catch with my left hand. Okay, so I'm doing opposite now. So I'm going up, catch, up, catch, up, catch, up. Ooh, missed both there. One more time. Up, catch. Okay. Next one, I'm gonna move on to one hand. So I'm gonna throw both of the socks up. I'm gonna try to catch both of them, one in each hand. So I'm gonna throw it up, catch, catch, up, catch, catch, up, catch, catch. Okay, there you go. So there's some just easy eye-hand coordination kind of warm-up drills that we can do before we do a little more baseball activity, okay, in our house. So next we're gonna do, you're gonna follow me up. I'm gonna be standing up for this one. Okay, so now that I'm standing up, we're gonna be doing more of a hitting drill. So something where I'm just using one of the socks. Okay, when we do these hitting drills, I want you guys to especially use something soft. So if you do have socks like this and you made the softball already, definitely use this. Don't use a baseball for this in case we're doing this and you hit it accidentally with your palm and you may go fly. So just try to use something soft, especially this softball. Okay, so I have my softball in hand. I'm going to be using my top hand. So if I'm hitting with a baseball bat, let me grab a bat here. For those of you who played baseball before, right, if I'm in my batting stance, right, I'm in athletic position, right, I got my feet wide, I'm nice and strong with the middle of my weight right over the middle of my feet. Okay, so this is my top hand. If I'm grabbing a baseball bat and the pitcher's that way, and I hold the baseball bat just like so, this one on top is my top hand. For me, it's my right hand. Okay, so I'm going to use this right hand, this top hand, for this catching drill. Okay, put this back. So I got my one softball. Okay, I am going to be tossing the softball up in the air, and I'm going to be catching it with my top hand and following through that catch, almost like I'm catching where I hit a ball, and then I'm following through it, almost like I'm trying to hit that ball to center field. I'm not hitting the ball, I'm catching, and then I'm following through. Okay, so here's a demonstration. So I'm going to throw up, turn to catch, just like I'm hitting a ball here, but I'm catching and holding it as I follow through my swing. Okay, so I'll toss up, catch, and through. Toss up, catch, through. Toss up, catch, through. Following my eyes, I'm balanced, and I'm moving together to the ball and through. Catch, through. Catch, through. Catch, through. Okay, so now let's make it a little more challenging. I'm going to have my front arm, so my left hand. I'm just going to drop it, and I'm trying to be as instant and as quick as I can towards that ball with my turn of my back arm and that top hand. Okay, so I'm thinking as soon as I drop that, I'm trying to be instant and quick towards that ball. Almost like I'm in my batting stance, I'm getting ready to hit a baseball, and I want to be as quick as I can from here to that ball when I decide to make that swing. Okay, so here we go. I'm here, I'm dropping to catching. It's that one, got one. Right here, drop to catch, through. As you can see when I'm doing this, I'm not trying to rush it and go through it. Every time I do it, I set up, I execute my movement, and then I reset when I'm still. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to make it even a little more challenge for myself. So a lot of players, especially 9 to 12, they have a big issue of pulling off the baseball, or they're not staying closed, right? So something like that means if I'm hitting a baseball and I feel like my front shoulder is starting to open up before I'm turning my back shoulder towards that ball, right? So it looks something like this. I'm flying open, and I'm not staying closed with my chest or the back side of my body as I go towards hit that ball. Okay, to work on this, work on staying closed and having good direction of my body towards a baseball when I'm trying to hit it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drill with this drop catch. Okay, I'm going to hold this, my front arm, just here, just like we did in our pass drill. But when I catch that ball, I'm going to try to keep my left arm still in front of my body. So instead of it maybe dropping to the side or coming out here, I'm going to try to keep it in, and I'm catching, and I'm staying closed as I hit that ball. Right? I'm trying to stay behind this arm. Now let it pull open. I'm trying to stay behind it and under it as I go through that swing. Adjust a little bit. Okay. Here we go. So I'm here, drop catch, staying behind my front arm. Okay. As you guys get a little bit better at this, once you get that simple catch, just like on a pitch that's right down the middle, okay, we can move on and we can try different positions of where a pitch would be. So if I'm setting up my batting stance with a top hand catch, I can work on an inside pitch. Maybe I'm dropping close to myself here, right? I'm working on that movement towards inside pitch where it's closer to me, or I'm working middle, high, low, or I can work a little bit farther out from me, extended, like I'm hitting a ball to the opposite field, and the pitch is a little outside. Right, so pick the pitch that you maybe have a challenge with. So maybe it's a low outside fastball that's far away from you and down, or high inside that's up and close, right? And work on that with those catches. And I'm trying to be as quick as I can from that hitting position to it. Okay, so a quick demonstration. If I go middle high, catch, down and in, catch, outside, catch. Okay, I'm working my direction of the middle of my body and that top hand to each pitch. Okay, it's just a simple hitting drill you can do at home, not hitting anything. I'm just catching socks. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. So there's our hand-eye coordination games. We're going to move on to some really simple fielding drills that I can do with these softballs. Okay, so if we move down to the ground, we're going to start on 2 knees in a solid position. Okay, so now I'm on the ground. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to start on 2 knees. There we go. I'm working on getting my hips. Imagine if I have a belt buckle. I first want to move that belt buckle almost like it's behind me. So I'm sitting back, almost like I'm sitting in a chair behind me. That's our good fielding position, where if I'm fielding a baseball from here, and I'm just working from 2 knees right now, I can stay behind that ball as I field it, and that ball is out front of me, and my eyes are behind the ball. So if I'm moving to the side, good fielding position, belt buckle behind me, eyes behind where the ball would be, where I field it. So if this is my ball, I'm thinking about keeping my eyes behind the ball, not on top of the ball or in front of it. My eyes are behind the ball, so I can see that ball come into my glove. Okay? So we're just going to do simple drop catch, simple kind of bounce catch to ourselves. Okay, so all I'm doing, I'm getting my fielding position, and I'm going to throw the ball with my other hand. This is my glove hand. Okay? It's really important that I'm using my glove hand. I throw with my right hand, I catch with my left hand. So if I was playing baseball right now, I have my glove here. I am throwing it with my throwing hand, and I'm throwing it into my glove hand and catching it. Okay? So the ball behind me, chest nice to square the ball, eyes behind my hand. I'm throwing it in, catch, catch. Okay? Right? Just like there, you can see how these balls, they're a little uneven. So they're going to have little deflections on it. They're going to go every which way, which is good. Right? We want that little bit of randomness to it. So we restart, gloves out. I'm making one bounce into my hand. And as I catch that ball, I'm working out with my hand to the camera. I'm not working up, I'm working out. Right? If we're trying to catch a baseball and I'm trying to work up like this, I'm going to show you again. I'm working up like this. If I'm in a baseball game and I try to field the ball like this, up, I can just flick that ball. If I miss it, up. What I want to do instead is I always want to work out with my hand when I'm fielding the ball. So if I miss that ball, clanks off the side of my glove, it is being deflected out in front of me, so I can grab that, throw the runner out, instead of it being up, maybe behind me, maybe up in the air. I want it going towards the way I want to go. Okay, let me show you from the side. So buckle back, hand out, eyes behind my hand. I'm bouncing it once into my hand. As soon as it hits, I'm catching. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, and I'm working out, not up, working out. It's just a small move. Here we go, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Okay, now I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit. I'm gonna focus almost, I'm gonna practice almost like I'm catching one of those big choppers, those big high ground balls that you see in a game. I am trying to work on if that ball goes up in the air, I'm catching it instantly as soon as it hits the ground. Try this again. Okay, so I'm in my good feeling position. I'm going to throw it up, and as soon as it hits the ground, I'm trying to catch it. When we catch a ball off the ground, I want to catch it right off its first bounce. I don't want it to bounce and then wait and catch it. I want to catch as soon as it hits the ground. So it's bounce, catch, bounce, catch. See, I missed through it there, but I still made that adjustment towards that ball. Okay, so it's not so bad. You don't have to do it perfect every time. And if you make a mistake like that, I'm just trying to make an adjustment off that mistake. Okay, let me throw it up in the air, bounce, catch. Up in the air, bounce, catch. Okay, those are two easy fielding drills that we can do just with softball. Okay, now we're going to move on. We're going to go into me focusing on footwork. So I'm going to stand up, but we're going to focus first on what my feet are doing when we do this. So the camera's still down here, near my feet. I'm going to start with that ball between both feet, and I'm working on my footwork. I'm going to get down into a good feeling position, hips behind me, chest square, hand in front of my head, eyes behind the ball, right in front of the ball. And all I'm doing, I'm going to feel with two hands, and I want to think about replacing my left foot with my right foot. So as this foot takes a step forward, I'm going to replace this foot with my back foot. So watch me here. I'm going to step, replace, and I'm moving towards where an imaginary first base would be. Field, replace. Let's do it one more time. Field, replace. So we're just looking at my feet right now. Field, replace. I'm replacing my back foot, it's right here, my right foot. Watch me again. I'm not picking everything up. I'm just looking at footwork. This foot. I'm going to switch with this foot. That's all I'm doing. There you go. Okay, one more time. I'm going to grab the ball, replace. Okay, so if we pan up to the top video where you can see my upper body, I am now going to be doing that same movement with my feet, replacing my feet. But as I grab that ball, I'm bringing my hand up to my ear. I'm bringing my front arm up in a position where I can throw from. So I'm down again, replace, hand up to my ear. Almost like on the camera, you can see me kind of hide it behind my head. That's a good cue you can use as well. Hide the ball behind my head. Feet, hand up. Feet, hand up. There we go. Do it from the second way now. Field, hand up. There we go. It's a little better view. Feet, hand up. Okay, one more time. Field, hand up. Okay, good. There's some easy fielding drills that you can just do at home just with a sock, especially those drills where it's going to take a lot of reps to really be really good at it. Something you do a ton, and you can just use just a simple softball with it. Okay, so we're going to move on to some simple pitching drills right now using a towel. So what I have right here with me is just a green rag. And it's going to be really easy for us to do some pitching drills with this. Okay, first thing we're going to do is pitching drill. We're just going to work into a simple leg lift. Okay, how to hold this towel. I'm going to take almost a peace symbol, like I'm spreading my two fingers. I'm going to squeeze in between, around the towel. And I'm going to hold it right near my chest. Okay, I am lifting my leg up to balance and down. The leg I want to bring up, it's an important point, is my front leg. Okay, so if I'm a right-handed thrower, my front leg is going to be my left leg. And I'm bringing this leg up to about the length, or sorry, the height of my hip. Right where it'd be if I had a belt. And I'm lifting my leg up and down. Okay, now facing the camera again. On my chest, leg lift, balance, down. Leg lift, balance, down. Leg lift, balance, down. Okay, now we're gonna work to a stride position. So I'm gonna go feet wide apart. Okay, if we can go down to the bottom view, just my legs. My feet are wide apart. I got my weight almost to my back hip. So for me, this is my right leg. I got my left leg forward. My left leg is forward. My toe is pointing towards where my target would be. There we go. I got my back knee, my right leg, nice and strong. All my weight's over this back pocket. Okay, so I got a pocket on my shorts. All my weight is over that pocket. Okay, if we pan up to the top view, that's where our upper body is. If we go up, you'll see my upper body. I'm nice and strong. Both elbows are level with my shoulders. My hand is nice and high, right near my ear. My front elbow's up, and it's almost like I can look down that elbow towards my target. Okay? So we're gonna go to that position. I'm gonna go from leg lift to stride to balance and back. Leg lift, stride to balance and back. Leg lift, stride to balance. All my weight, remember, is over that back pocket, right? It's back in that back pocket. Let's do one more time. Leg lift, stride to balance. Okay, so now in this next drill, we're going to be using this towel. And I'm thinking, as I get out to where I release a ball, I'm flicking this towel, okay? So I'm just simply flicking it out in front of me. I'm trying to hear that whoosh. You might be able to hear it on the camera. So I'm trying to hear that late whip out in front of me. When I'm doing this, I don't want to try to do it down here. I'm trying to get this whoosh to happen out in front of me. So when I make this throw with this towel, I'm trying to make it whip out in front of me, about eye level, and not down near my feet. Okay, I want it with the towel, right? It's never going to replace throwing a baseball. But if we're at home and I can use this towel, it can help me feel movements through field pitching movements, but it's still not an awesome replacement for throwing a baseball. Okay, so we want to make this movement as much like throwing a baseball as possible and not take away from it by trying to flick it down here, trying to flick it out where my release point would be if I'm throwing the ball. Okay, so we're going to go at the very beginning, leg lift to balance, stride, play. Yeah, I'll move the front back. Leg lift to balance, stride, whoosh, try to whoosh it. I'm trying to make that sound out in front of my body. Okay, one more. Leg lift, stride, hands up, turn back. Okay, and you can get to the point where everything's happening at once. There's no pauses. One more time. There you go. Okay, great. One last drill you guys can kind of work on with pitching. It's a simple arm action drill. This drill is going to help you, instead of feeling like your arm is getting way, way behind you when you throw a baseball, keeping that arm nice and compact. If you're an infielder, I'm trying to have a little bit of a shorter arm action that's going to be able to release that baseball quickly to get that runner out, or as a pitcher as well. We can take this towel, grip it just like we've been gripping the entire time, put it in my back pocket, and all I want to think about is taking this out of my pocket using my elbow. So I'm going to bring my elbow up to shoulder height, and that towel is going to come out of my pocket, and I'm going to bring it up near my head. Okay, so all I'm doing is up, throw. That's all. It's real simple. In my pocket, up, throw. So instead of trying to have that long, long arm action, that's going to be slow for us and maybe not get us into a really good position. When I stride, I'm just working out of my pocket, up, and around. Okay, one more time. In my pocket, take it out, up, through. It's just simplifying my arm action, keeping it really simple, compact and efficient, right? If you know that word. So it's just simple. I'm doing a lot of good things with a little bit of effort, okay? If I can keep my arm more compact and working with my body, it's gonna be much better if that arm is going away from my body too far and my body can't use that arm fully to create all that power towards the plate. So something simple is thinking about taking that ball or that towel out of my pocket, up and through, can be a simple way of thinking about throwing baseball. Okay, so moving on to hitting now. Okay, for hitting, we're using a broomstick. Okay, I have a broomstick. I took the broom off the end. You can use anything that's long. You can even use a baseball bat, but we're not going to be swinging it. Okay, we're not hitting anything. We're just going to be using this as a guide for where our shoulders are and for where the weight is in my body. Okay, so our first drill that we're going to be doing with this. So I'm going to get into a good, strong position. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to spread my feet out, and get nice and square, almost like I'm about to jump. Okay, we want to get into an athletic position, our batting stance. Position where I feel strong. I feel like from right here, I can move right, I can move left, I can move up, I can move down from here. We always want to be in an athletic position. Okay, so I'm starting my feet, maybe shoulder width apart. So shoulder width apart right here. My feet are a little bit together. I'm going to use this broomstick. I'm going to put it right below where my head is. So with this, it's going to tell me where my head is. So I'm working with my feet close together, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stride out and then reposition that stick to where my head is, where the weight is in my body. Okay? So all we're working on right now is keeping the weight in the middle of my body, staying balanced as I stride forward when I hit. Okay? So I'm maybe just nice straight up and down. I stride, head's in the middle of my body, balance. 2 more times. Middle of my body, stride, middle of my body, middle of my body, stride, middle of my body. Seems really simple, but it can be really underrated, right? Especially with a lot of older hitters. When they stride, maybe they're way too forward, way too back. We really want to think about keeping my head over the middle of my body. If I can move from here, I can make adjustments, and I can hit all kinds of pitches. If I'm way too far back, way too far forward, right? I'm in a position where I have to overcome and fix that position on my way to hit a baseball. But if I can keep it simple, even for advanced hitters, and keep the middle of my body, the weight, middle of my body, over the center of my feet, I'm fine. I'm in a good position hitting baseball. Okay, so from here, now I'm working on my hand positioning. Okay, you'll see a lot of hitters, especially big league hitters, they get into a position where the knob of their bat, okay, I'm taking this broomstick and I'm putting my hands like I'm gripping a bat right in the middle of it. Okay, we want to take the knob of our bat towards the catcher's feet. Good way of kind of showing us this is by putting this broomstick in half, holding like a baseball bat, top hand over my bottom hand. Okay, and have it nice and strong in my back shoulder, almost like I'm winding up and feeling really strong back here, like almost like a throw. Put my 2 hands together, and this end of the broomstick is going to tell me where the knob of my bat is pointing. Okay, I'm working from here. I'm trying to point this knob to where an imaginary catcher's feet would be, right? So in baseball, we got the hitter here, and there's going to be a catcher right about here to my right on the ground. If you're a right-hand hitter, if you're a left-hand hitter, they're going to be right about here, okay? And then the pitcher will be this way. Okay, but as a right-hand hitter, I'm taking it in half, and I'm going from flat, where my bat's flat, level with my shoulder, and it's going to go knob down to catcher's feet. Knob down and catcher's feet. We call this a launch position. Okay, with my upper half, I'm in a launch position where I can be strong from this position, and I can turn and hit any baseball from here. If you watch a lot of big league hitters, they are in this launch position every time they stride. So they're working from here to their batting stance, whatever it may be. You have a million different batting stances, but a lot of big league hitters, almost everybody, get to a launch position by the time their feet hits. So people can have lots of finishes in their swing, lots of batting stances, but they all get to that similar launch position or hitting position by the time they stride and hit the ground. So we're going to be working on that. First, working on taking this knob, catcher's feet. Knob, catcher's feet. Knob, catcher's feet. Okay, I'll get you to try a couple reps of that. Okay, so you're just following along with me. Knob, catcher's feet. Simple move. Okay, Now I'm going to pair that with taking my feet out, keep my middle of my weight over the center of my feet. We'll put it together. So we're going to go knob, stride. Back again, knob, stride. 2 more times, knob, stride. 1 more, knob, stride. Okay, so it's just a simple process. My hands are ready, my feet are ready, and from here I can turn to any pitch. Okay, so now I'm going to put them both together, trying to make them all one move. Okay, so I'm thinking as soon as I make that move with my foot, my hands are turning, and they're in a launch position. Okay. Two more. Okay, great. So there's some easy pitching, fielding, throwing, and catching drills that you can work on at home, just using things around the house. Okay, if you want to take any of these hitting drills a little bit farther, okay, we can work from that launch position where I'm here, knock down, stride, and just do a little bit of a half swing to different pitches. Okay, not doing a full swing, especially when we're in the house, but I can do a little bit of a half swing to different pitches. Maybe I'm working launch to a high pitch, launch to a middle pitch, launch to a low pitch, or outside, inside. Working those same movements we already did with the sock to different spots, and thinking about being from that launch and being quick and instant to any pitch. Okay. We also worked on some fielding stuff you can work on at home. You can use a partner to throw you that softball and work on fielding that ball cleanly and softly. We can work on those reaction drills where you dropped it, catch. So a lot of these drills you can always have a partner for it. Be creative, right? If you have a chance to go outside with a parent or guardian, you can use something like a broomstick. You can hit popcorn kernels. You can hit anything you might have around your house that's just safe and easy. Okay, but be creative. The biggest thing I can tell you guys, especially when you're home, be creative. Try to think of drills on your own. Take the drills that I'm showing you, add challenges to them, add extra things to them that maybe you yourself need to work on, and yeah, experiment. It's the biggest thing. If you yourself can create a drill that you enjoy, then you're going to get more out of that than any drill you can go find. So if you can take a drill, take bits of what I'm saying, the drills that I'm showing you, and make them your own. Be creative with them, experiment, find out what feels best and what helps you the most during this time. Because you guys got some time to work on yourself. So if you want to get better, you want to become a better baseball player, be creative, have fun, experiment, and try out simple things like do this that you can do on a daily basis. Do as many reps as you want until you feel like you're doing really good at. Then try them out. By the time you get back in the field, you'll see that you benefit the time. Okay, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys helping out. Our next session is on May 19th with fancy figure skating with UBC skating programs. That'll be a lot of fun. If you guys want to check out more on UBC camps, check out their Instagram, their Facebook. Use the hashtag UBC camps. Learn at home. Play and learn at home. Check out anything UBC baseball oriented. Once everything's back in session, we'll have a ton of different camps, private programming, small groups set up for you guys to make up that time, get better, and try out some things that you learn. Okay, great. Thank you very much. If there's any questions, I'll take them.